Hello, good morning, good afternoon, Shabbat Shalom from Beit Shemesh. This week's Parsha Vayikra, new chapter. Pretty exciting. I don't know, pretty exciting. Right for Pesach, everyone's getting ready. It's hard to look at the Parsha when you're really kind of peeking at the Haggadah, what you're going to say at the Seder. But Vayikra's packed, 50 pages of Sfas Emes, so plenty of things to say. What's interesting, I thought, this week's Parsha, first of all, is a small aleph in Vayikra. So, first person lane, or Monday, or Shabbos Mincha noticed Vayikra, small aleph, Vayikar, Vayikra. There's a difference between Vayikar and Vayikra. Vayikar is happenstance, and Vayikra is to actually get called. Sfas Emes talks about that for Moshe, it was kind of easy for him to get called. He spoke to Hashem all the time. He's 40 days in Shemayim. But we need vayikra, we need to be called and to get woken up to follow Hashem. That's why for Moshe it's a small aleph, vayikar, but for us regular people, we have to be called to get into the mitzvahs and to learn Torah. We need to be called and to get into that. The Sfas Emes brings a mashal down, which I think is pretty interesting. This king has his beautiful orchard, and he has two workers. One's blind and one's lame. And they're supposed to watch the garden. And after a couple of days, the lame guy says, "There's beautiful trees here, beautiful fruits. But I can't get there. I have a bad leg. I can't walk." And the blind guy says, "Well, I can't see." So they get an idea. The blind guy picks up the lame guy on his shoulders, and the lame guy is going to point him to the trees. And that's what they do. They go to the trees, they eat the fruits. The king doesn't want that, they do it anyway. And the king, after a couple of days, comes back and notices all the fruit's gone. And the lame guy says, "Oh, I didn't do it. I can't walk." And the blind guy says, "It wasn't me. I can't see." And the king says, "No, I know what happened here. You helped each other. You helped each other." And the Medrash, Rabbi Shmuel, this is the point. We're made up of neshama and the guf. And the guf doesn't have the vision, doesn't have the sight. And the neshama doesn't have actions, it can't do anything. So this double team does bad things, unfortunately, and we account for it. And that's the goal, us as Jews, is we show it. We're supposed to be show it, the neshama on the guf. That's literally our job here, is things that are difficult. With the neshama, our guf, our neshama is supposed to fight and battle and control taiva. That's a kodesh yitzro. That's a strong person. You have to eat, you have to do certain things, but it's controlled. It's under control by our neshama, by our guf. And this is what a korban is. A korban is literally the acknowledgement that everything's from Hashem, and it's to connect everything to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Ramat Bali, as well as Sfas Emes, talk about that there's four categories. There's Domem, Someach, Chai, Medaber. Domem is something inanimate. Someach is something that grows. Chai is something that's alive. And Medaber is a person. And a korban is all four things. We have salt, and every korban is salt. That's Domem, inanimate. Then there's things that grows. We know that part. There's the mincha, and there's lechem panim. There's things that grow from the mincha is from flour. That's growth. And a chai, an animal. You bring carbons, it's an animal. And medaber, as all the Mefarshim talk about, that really it's supposed to be us on mizbeach. That's why we give our money. It's mikem, but it's really from us. We do smicha, and those are the four things. And the korban's supposed to reset this. In our minds, that it's all tied to Hashem. If we do a vayikra by mistake, we have to kind of reset and understand it comes from Hashem. All four categories of the world, it's all from Hashem. We connect all these things to the shoresh, to the root, which is the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that's really what a korban is. A korban is a reset button. Just like something happens good, we reset and we focus that we're thanking to Hashem. Something that we do bad, we're supposed to refocus and set to Hashem. On a second side point, it has to do with this resetting, is really the ikr of the mitzvah, according to Sfas Emes. There's Shem Yuchuds that people say before mitzvah, before Baruch Sha'amar, before Sfir Sa'omer, different mitzvahs, Shem Yuchud, and many people are against this. The Nod Yehuda famously was against this minhag that started, and as one of his shuvas is, someone wanted to use Esrog Lulav, but when he started saying the Shem Yuchud before the bracha, the Nod Yehuda took it away and wouldn't let him use this. He thought this was, the bracha is preparing for the mitzvah. You don't need something to prepare you to prepare the bracha. And some people are not fans of the Shem Yichud, but the Sfas Emes would say that that's the ikr part of the mitzvah. The ikr part of the mitzvah is preparing for it. And you could light a menorah, it takes 5 seconds, 10 seconds. A mitzvah, tefillin is 3 minutes, 2 minutes. The bracha, it's preparing for it, is the machshava, and this is actually the main part of the mitzvah, is how you prepare for a mitzvah. Some people do mitzvahs, certain mitzvahs, they just, okay, whatever, Shabbos, cleaning for Shabbos, matzahs, it's you don't put much into it, and they do it. And some people, they bake matzahs, they look for an esrog, they do certain mitzvahs to prepare for it. That is the main part of the mitzvah, according to Sfas Emes, is preparing for it. The machshava, the dibur, is the main part of it. And the Sfas Emes, this week's parsha talks about a carbon. We don't have karbanos now. We can but we say karbanos in the morning, and this gets us in the right mind to prepare for the davening, for the Beis Mikdash. Only the Kohen will bring a carbon, work in the Beis Mikdash. Now, with tefillah, we all have a part to do the avoda, and according to Sfas Emes, more than the action is the machshav and the dibur. Shabbat shalom.